I want to talk with Meredith? I'm sure she does.
And I think she took the opportunity.
I'll hold my own phone.
Leverage.
I will take my own phone. Stop it. It has all the ring.
Because they really don't know you a real silly Philly bitch that get down.
If you're not going to listen to me, get out of my house. I'm talking, okay? I will, thank you. I was asked to leave, so I will.
What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. And today we're gonna be talking about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. This was a great episode. When I tell you there was so much stuff we got to talk about, from Bronwyn and Todd, from Heather being delusional, from Whitney being bold, and from Brittany. Girl, what is going on with you? But y'all, like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into the video.
Yeah, let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, wanted, securing the bag, best.
When I tell y'all Salt Lake City comes and it hit every single time, the girls are really bringing it. I love it. We open up the episode. Basically, the girls are back from Palm Springs. What is Palm Springs? Lisa and Heather, they go out for, like, you know, for some drinks, talking about the new girl, Bronwyn. Heather's just like, look, I'm happy I didn't go. I ain't got time. Lisa, she basically tell Heather, like, look, you know, Bronwyn got upset with me because I was defending you, and I said I understood your POV, but I wasn't trying to take sides. She didn't care about none of that. Like I told y'all, I felt like with Lisa, yeah, Lisa is an asshole, but I feel like Lisa wasn't trying to purposely be rude to Bronwyn. I do feel like the whole ticket situation, her flying home, I said in my last video, if I'm normally flying in first class, I'm gonna normally want to fly in first class, period. So I can see where Lisa's frustration would have came from, because yes, I want to fly first class, but if free is free. If you're gonna buy my ticket, you're gonna buy my ticket, and I'm gonna sit where I gotta sit at. If I can upgrade, I can upgrade. I'll pay for the upgrade. You know, I'll give you your money back. Like, hey, you know what? I got my own ticket. I upgraded. Here's your money back. I appreciate you. Her lifestyle. That's what she do. But you know, she flew back. It was what it was. She felt like Brown was trying to be, you know, and the Heather was trying to co-sign with her. It's just two bitches over here saying, right. We then segue over and we see Angie with her dad, and they're over here eating dinner. And they basically talk about the parallels between Angie's mothering and Angie's mother mothering her as a kid.
I really missed out on the love that I give her. I see what it was like, what it was supposed to feel like, and the attention.
Her mother passed away when she was 8, and she felt like her mother wasn't there fully for her because her mother was battling alcoholism. And she just felt like she needed more support and more. And she felt like, why wouldn't this person try to battle and beat this addiction for you? And sometimes I feel like a lot of people have to realize that, especially when it comes to addiction, a lot of people internalize addictions of other people. And instead of doing that, they should look at it like, this person needs help, and it's an inner battle that they have something going on. And I feel like a lot of kids, but we saw a video of a lady, she's over here strung out on the street, and her son is over here screaming and crying, like smack her in the face. Yes, it was very charged emotionally, but it's one of those situations where, as a kid, one, you don't know really the nuances of addiction if you've never been addicted to anything. And then two, it's one of those situations where it's like, yes, it's affecting you because you are a child, but it's also affecting the parent. And I feel like at some point you have to give them a little bit of grace, trying to get through that, especially if they make it through. Unfortunately, you know, Angie's mother, she did pass away. Rest in peace to her, and my condolences to the family. But you know, I definitely get where Angie's coming from, because she's like, you know what, like what me, whatever my parents lacked as a parent towards me, I want to make that up to my future kids, you know?
How can I feel empty? This is a special gift to my daughter, and it was supposed to have meaning, and I felt empty when I saw it.
So we segue over and we see Bronwyn with Todd. When I'm going to be honest, I did not like this sit down. I get where Todd was coming from 100%, but this makes me feel like either Bronwyn is putting on for the cameras or Bronwyn is putting on for her husband.
Lisa and I
the 10 years we've been together, I've never seen you act the way you acted this weekend.
She's being fake somewhere. Because he's saying out of the 10 years that I have been with you, I've never in my life seen you act like this. And Bronwyn seemed like she's very comfortable with herself and comfortable with her being. And for him to get on camera and she's like, yeah, you know, everything that happened was so crazy. He's just like, yeah, I've never seen you act like that. And, you know, low-key basically saying that he was embarrassed, ashamed of her. And for that to be your husband and for you to come back and feel the way you feel, like she's like, I respect Todd's opinion. And she was like, I feel like I value Todd's opinion over everything.
For you to sit in the hot tub and scream back and forth with her is ridiculous.
You thought I was screaming? Todd's approval might mean everything to me.
And I think that's what it is about in relationships. Because I was in a relationship about 3 years ago and I broke up with someone because I felt like I was becoming someone else. And I felt like I was morphing into a person that I didn't recognize when I looked in the mirror. I'm like, who is this person? I don't know who this person is. So that's why I say every relationship I get in after, I want to make sure that I authentically make time for myself. I can, you know, make sure I feel like I'm my authentic self, because in relationships you form and you contort yourself to fit the personality of someone else. And I feel like Bronwyn might have did that. She's dating an older man, like what, 30 years her senior. He's old as fuck. And he is low-key prudish. And he's just basically being her dad in the situation. And it seems like, and especially in this situation, he's scolding her like, you did this, you did this. And for me, she's telling us all this stuff in the confessional. But I'm like, girl, tell your husband that you embarrassed me. I might have been screaming and hollering. Cool, I might have. I'll give you that. But one, you need, I can be open enough and tell you how I feel. I hated the dynamic that they were in because it just made it seem like, it just made it seem like she was being scolded by her husband.
But my feelings are hurt, Todd.
I understand.
But now I'm like more disappointed in myself that you're embarrassed of my behavior, you know?
It just wasn't nice to look at. I'm just like, it gave me the ultimate ick. Like I told you before, Todd gives me the ick. And I don't think this is his authentic representation. But that's just what we see on the screen. Like I'm definitely not liking Todd. And then on top of that, like I said before, I feel like Bronwyn is either putting up a front towards us, the viewers, and how she come across on camera, or she put up a front to her husband. She's trying to be Molly the maid and motherfucking, you know, I cook, I clean, I do this for my man, I change his diaper. Like all these things, I'm just like, girl, oh God. But the meat of this whole review, baby, Mary's over here throwing out breakfast at Tiffany's at her house. All the girls come. Even Brittany. We haven't seen Maylee. I heard a rumor. Maylee. First of all, Maylee, you've been MIA, bitch. And my whole thing is this with the producers. This is the second time that y'all have not did y'all due diligence. And I guess some shit came out about Maylee and her viewpoints politically. I'm gonna put a snip in. Y'all can go deep dive it. So they cut her out the whole, like all her little snippets, they cut her out. And that makes sense because I did see how Maylee and Lisa was trying to go into it at the Jazz game. But you know, they snipped it up real weird. So Maylee wasn't there. MIA, girl, find her. Let's go get Carmen Sandiego to find this bitch. Everybody's sitting down, they're enjoying themselves. It's the first time Bronwyn and Heather are face to face. So Brittany brings up something. She's like,
you know, I definitely miss you guys. I miss you guys. I haven't been in a lot of things. Like, who all went? So y'all 6 went with your couples, but you left me, Mary, and Heather out. That's weird. Like, why?
Like the 5 of you and your husbands and the 3 of us didn't? Mary is the only one that invited me to anything this week.
And they're just saying, oh, you know, it's a couple thing, blah, blah, blah. So she raised the bar and she's just like, well,
I just don't know why I'm not getting invited to certain things. It doesn't make any sense.
Brittany was like, and Angie, we saw each other before you left, and you gave me a bottle of wine, and you came to my church with a bottle of wine, really? So at first I didn't think really nothing of it, but then there's like, oh, you know, in the Mormon faith, drinking liquor is not a good thing. You shouldn't do that. Anyway, so Angie was just like, okay, bitch. I gave you a gift. I offered, as Candace would say, I offered you a beverage. I offered you a beverage. You want to come for me? Okay. You're coming to me talking about I over here brought you wine at your motherfucking church, but aren't you sleeping with 3 different guys?
Like to walk into a church before you're doing 3 guys and you drink and you're claiming to be some total Mormon? Wow.
Let's talk about that.
So she said, I'm not sleeping with 3 different guys. Flashback. So she's talking to Jared, she's talking to Aaron, and then she's talking to some dude named Hal. Now, is she sleeping with him? No, but girl, are you entertaining? So they're just like, oh, you talking to 3 different guys? Oh, that's all this. So Mary, you know, she's trying to keep the peace and everything. And, you know, everybody's basically talking, and, you know, Lisa basically tells Brittany, she was like, okay, well, first of all, I think you need to offer Bronwyn an apology. Why would she invite you to, you know, Palm Springs with us on a couples trip when, one, you talk shit about her husband? She said, I did not talk shit about your husband. And Bronwyn was like, well, actually, you did. You said my
husband is big back. You said my husband has gray balls. You said my husband is a 4-eye. You said my husband has big shoulders and big chunky knees. You said my husband can't dress. You said my husband is a bro.
Like, she just went down and listened to all the stuff that she said about her husband. I'm just like, girl. And then you see old girl talking about, I didn't say that. I said that. I said that. So my whole thing with Brittany was like, we already know the bitch is delusional, so why would she invite you in the first place? Like, girl, y'all argued damn near the whole season so far. So then Heather was just like, okay, but what about that prenup? I said, oh, here we go. And then Bron would just tell her, like, Heather, you keep knocking on that door with the prenup. Keep knocking. I'm going to answer the door.
You gotta take a paragraph of the prenup. You really do, Heather. You want to keep knocking on that door, and you're not gonna like it when I open it. It's not a good idea. That's not a good idea.
Heather said, answer the door then. Answer the door then. And they're like, why do you want to keep going back and forth? Like, you know, I tried to invite you to the trip. You didn't want to go. Heather was just like, why would I go on a trip with someone that has constantly been an adversary towards me this whole time? It doesn't make sense. So they go back and forth. And like I said before, Heather really wants to push the nail in on this prenup thing. And like old girl said, like, you know, you're trying to basically say my husband, talk about my husband's finances and the prenup. You're the only one bringing up material things, not me. I think the real thing is this. Heather sees the potential that Bronwyn has. Heather believes she's the head girl in the group. So Heather's trying to basically check her and let her know, like, okay, know your place in the pecking order.
So it's fine. My opinion is it matters to her. So it's important that you guys get it straight for her. Didn't invite me on the group trip. Heather, I said to you, I want you to come.
We fine. So Heather then says, you know what? If you want to move forward, let's move forward. Let's water under the bridge. I want to be cool with you and get to know you. Deal? Girl, they talking about deal and talking about cheers. Bitch. I don't think it's gonna last, but whatever. Why Brittany talking about,
What about me?
Bitch, get the fuck out of here!
I hate a pick-me ass bitch. What about me type bitch? Where my hug at type Nick. Oh. I don't got to. It's so irritating. Like, what about me? What about me? Who's gonna apologize to me? Like, girl, bitch, you should be doing the motherfucking apologizing. Like they said, you apologize to Bronwyn. And then she talking about, Bronwyn, I apologize for all the nasty things I said about your husband. And I would have told her, yeah, you can shove that. I said, you can take that apology on a speed bullet train to hell. Like, girl, get the fuck out of my face. I'm like, girl, I don't accept your apology. Are you fucking crazy, girl? Yes, you are. Yes, she is fucking crazy. I'm just like, girl, get her off my screen. I can say Brittany has entertained me this season, though. I'll give it up. She wants to talk to Meredith. Angie was like, I want to talk to you, Meredith. And Meredith was like,
I bet you do.
But I want to talk with Meredith. I'm sure she does.
She tells Meredith, like, all the things you questioned my husband about, I personally did not like that you did that. And I'm just trying to figure out how can we make a bridge forward and get on a better page, because this was just deplorable. So Meredith says, you know, your husband came from my child. And if someone comes for your child, I know you know how that feels if that has happened to you. So your husband came for my child. And I don't like that. And she basically goes and breaks down the nuances of what the husband has done. And, you know, she told her, like, if you know, I want to move forward with you, but if you want to move backwards, we can do that. Why in the fuck were people acting so, like, lost with what she was saying?
I didn't say you just said it's not like that. Oh my god. I can't talk. I can't talk. You said if you want to go backwards, we can go backwards. Yeah.
And that's why I feel like with Meredith, you let them play in your face for 2 seasons already. Last season they played in your face and you let Monica get away scot-free. I would have tore Monica every which way but loose, figuratively, with my mouth. Because girl, are you fucking crazy? But you let Whitney and Angie spin it and got you flustered. Like, I got what you're saying. You saying, I want to move forward with you. But if you want to take stuff back to the past, girl, we can easily do that. And it's not a threat. It's not a threat. What it is a motherfucking promise. 1. 2, it's just stating the fact. And if you keep bringing up stuff in the past, I'm going to bring it up too. And yours is worse than mine.
Because I heard that your husband is a big bottom.
A big bottom, okay? Oh my God, you trying to go backwards? This is a threat? I'm like, y'all turn my nerves up. So Meredith was like, this is what your husband says. She pulled out her phone. This is what your husband says. She's like,
Woman, and I think she took.
She pulls out right in Whitney's face. Like, You hear this? This is what he says. I don't know where Whitney grew these balls, but girl, her balls dropped that day. She grabbed the phone. Low-key snatched the phone out of Meredith's hand. And I was happy that Meredith got up and snatched that mother. She's like,
Don't scroll on my goddamn phone.
I'll hold my own phone. I will take my own phone. Stop it. It has all ring on my phone.
Meredith, low-key, I do not condone violence. I do not. You should have slapped the shit out of Whitney because have you lost your fucking mind? Bitch, don't ever touch my person and don't touch my property. PP out this bitch. Don't touch my shit. So Whitney's like, I'm trying to turn the volume up. Bitch, I can turn the motherfucking volume up. Don't touch my phone. Have you lost your fucking mind? Well, especially with a bitch you don't fuck with. It's like, bitch, I don't fuck with you. You should be happy I'm even sitting at this table eating food in front of you, bitch. So Meredith get up. She's like, God, they start going back for Angie's like, you're a fucking bitch. I hate you. Oh my God, you're so fake. All this. And then Mary gets up. She said, look, if y'all gonna keep on fucking arguing and yelling, get out my house. She said, Meredith, stop or get out my house. Meredith said, you
ain't have to tell me motherfucking. You ain't have to tell me motherfucking twice, bitch. Get my coat, bitch. We're out.
Baby, Meredith got her shit. She had her tears. She was out the door. And Meredith said, bitch, y'all played with the right one today because I'm doing my gram, my big interest, my big boss. So, and they're like, Meredith, every time it gets tough, you run away. And I don't feel like Meredith should throw this on to Mary, because I don't think Mary was just saying, if you're going to keep arguing and yelling, get out my house. I don't think Mary meant for her to really get out the house. But if it was my best friend, and I was in Meredith's, if I put myself in Meredith's shoes, and my best friend or my friend knows that I'm beefing with this person, and they listen to me talk about this, and they want to throw me out, I'd be upset too. I'm like, girl, what the fuck you mean you gonna throw? Cool. You know, friend, I'm not trying to disrespect your house. I get it, because I'm about to jump across this table and wring her fucking neck. I don't know about it. But girl, I'ma leave. Thank you. I love you. I will talk to you later. Bye. Bye. It would have been out. But y'all, let me know what you guys think. I'll give you guys a heads up. I'm about to officially launch the giveaway. I think I'm doing 3 entries of $50. I'll probably do cash outs. I'm gonna do a randomizer. I'm gonna put it on my Instagram story. I'm gonna put all the stuff into next week's details in the video. So keep looking at next week's videos. And yeah, I'm excited for this. But like, y'all, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.
Brian Keith, LG, Black View. Bet you didn't know we the Holy Trinity. Now let a God stop a y'all and break your head here. Step into the room and get up in the bed. It tastes sweet, that's cause I'm good. It tastes sour cause I'm better than the hood. cause I get you hyper when I'm running all around, cause I excite you. Let me talk real quick. You can't even get with the shit. You wanna go toe to toe with my flow? This American all I really asking for. Now I got to go. Got. Bye-bye.